Kickstart My Heart, we're on page 5 of the transcription. Looking at the very bottom of the page, the last measure, we have the C5 over a G in the bass to a G5 power chord. Your first finger bars across the 6th and 5th strings at the 3rd fret. You can add your 3rd finger to the 4th string at the 5th fret. You can add your pinky to the 3rd string at the 5th fret. We got that great sounding chord. And then just move these 2 fingers down a pair of strings for G5. Great sound. Okay. Now moving over to page 6, we have now I just played that C5 over G again. This time I played that G5 because when I was listening to the isolated track, I've heard him play that G5 using those lower strings, and then I also heard him playing a more fuller sounding version. So it's up to you if you want to play C5 over G and play C5 there, or if you prefer that sound, you can play it there. So there are a couple of options. Okay, so moving on from measure 88 through 89. I think we looked at that section last day. Okay. There's a few things that I didn't fill in only because you saw it earlier in the song, and by this point you'll recognize it and play it from memory. Okay, so that takes us through a section that, or a couple of sections that we've already seen before. And the next page in your transcription starts around 2:24 into the track, and we have let me fix that. 2:24. Okay, so let's take this from bars 107, 108. We have tonight we fixed a little error in the transcription. We were listening to the isolated track and we heard that note right there, right prior to the F5. So use this fingering. First finger, second, third. When we play that run, moving up to the D5, because we're using our first finger for the D5 on the 5th string, 5th fret, we just use our first finger. But when we're moving to F5, it makes sense to use your first, second, third. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have this E5. You're going to bar across the 4th and 5th strings at the 2nd fret with your index finger, your first finger. Place your 3rd finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret. Place your pinky on the 2nd string at the 5th fret. And notice my wrist is bent, my thumb is really low on the fingerboard, and that helps me get the reach that I need in order to play that chord cleanly. And then you take your volume and you roll it down, assuming you're playing through a loud Marshall, and you can add in some chorus and delay. So you clean up the sound, and then you can take your pick and place it here. in the knuckle of your third finger, and then you can play that A5, G5. Level down a bit there. Okay, so we had A5, you're barring with your first finger across the 4th and 3rd string, 2nd fret. When it comes to the right hand, your thumb grabs the 5th string, your index grabs the 4th, and your middle grabs the 3rd. I know that you're holding that pick, but you can still hold it and finger pick the strings. Okay, and then you go to this G5, 2nd and 3rd fingers. 6th string, 3rd string, 2nd string. So D5, thumb gets the 4th, index gets the 3rd, and the 2nd string is played with the middle. Okay, by now I think you can see the logic when it comes to the right hand finger picking. And then A5, G5. Now right here, you're going to form a D chord, add the pinky, and play a D sus4. You need your thumb, index, middle, and your ring finger, because now we have 4 strings, and you'll play those 4 strings, and you'll pull off with your pinky towards the floor. And then you'll deaden the strings by placing your fingers back on them, and now they're in position to play the D chord again. So D sus4, pull off, and then D. And then A, G, D5, A5, G, and D sus4. Okay, and that's about as far as we've got so far.